If prayer is like dialing God's number, then most of us have been stuck on hold for, well, our entire lives. Seriously, who hasn't prayed for something, anything, only to hear the cosmic equivalent of hold music? But here's the thing, maybe prayer isn't about getting what we want at all. Maybe we've been asking the wrong question. I'm Theology Jack, your guide in exploring life's questions and mysteries. We all know the drill. Something goes wrong and you pray. Or maybe you're feeling grateful, so you pray. Or you just need a little guidance in this chaotic mess we call life. But what if I told you that prayer isn't about moving God, but about moving us? Yeah, I know. Plot twist. You see, most of us treat prayer like it's a transaction. I ask, God gives. And when that doesn't happen, we're left wondering, did my prayer fail? Did God just hit ignore? But here's the catch. Prayer, especially in open and relational theology, isn't about controlling outcomes. It's about relationship. It's about partnering with God, not commanding some sort of supernatural vending machine. And yeah, I get it. That doesn't always make it feel better when things fall apart. So if it's not about getting what we ask for, then what is prayer doing? Good question. I'm glad you asked. First off, prayer changes us. It shifts our perspective, reorients our priorities, and most importantly, it connects us with something bigger than ourselves. It's like the difference between screaming into a void or realizing someone's actually listening. But don't get me wrong, it's not just a spiritual therapy session. In open and relational theology, prayer is a way of inviting God into our experiences. And no, I don't mean that in a dear Santa, here's my wish list kind of way. It's more like a partnership. We're not asking God to do everything for us. We're asking God to do things with us. There's a big difference. Think of it like this. Prayer is less about pulling the divine levers of the universe and more about aligning our hearts with the heart of God, who, by the way, isn't up there handing out miracles like a Starbucks barista with extra whipped cream. And I get it. This isn't exactly the prayer talk most of us grew up with. We're used to hearing about prayers being answered. But here's the twist. Sometimes the answer isn't what we expect. Sometimes it's no, or maybe it's wait. Or, and this one's tough, maybe the answer isn't for us to know at all. But that doesn't mean prayer is a waste of time. It means we've got to rethink what works really means. The point of prayer isn't to control outcomes, but to grow into a relationship that changes us from the inside out, even if the outside world stays as chaotic as ever. So does prayer work? Not always in the way we think. It's not a magic spell, and it's definitely not a guarantee of getting what we want. But it does work to change us, to connect us with the divine, and when we let it, help us partner with God in shaping a world that actually needs us to show up. So the next time you pray, maybe don't think of it as waiting on hold. Think of it as stepping into something bigger, something that's already at work, even when we can't see it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading everything and might even include your question in a future video. And hey, click like just to be cool. And if you dig this kind of content, hit subscribe. Let's map some ideas that can change the world together. Thanks for watching till the end, fellow explorers. Stay curious and embrace the mystery. This is Theology Jack, signing off.